Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athletes.
Woo! Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
You better follow me.
Follow us, the BLPA, on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Welcome to the greatest hockey show in the world. Good week, everybody.
Wow.
Thank you. The lungs are back, baby.
Yeah.
That's like fully back. Like
Yeah.
fully. Like this weekend, I did have a little coughing in Boston. But I didn't hack anything up. It was just some.
Yeah. Could have been the couple games you took off that allowed you to breathe.
I did go 3 out of 5, but whatever. That's 60%. Still gets your name on the cup if you win things. But before we get too far into this wrap-up show, how about, Jason, you tell the fine folks where they can find us.
Yep. You can find us on all social media at the BLPA. You can find Nick over at Nicker Jones on Twitter, the Nicker Jones on Instagram, and I am on the Twitters at Beer League Jason.
The boy is mine. The boy is mine. The boy is...
We heard that song everywhere this weekend.
I know. Like we probably heard it 5 times. That's our jam. Like that's like if we karaoke, that would be what we do,
Yep.
and we've heard it. And it's that intro. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. What a weekend!
Electric.
Oh, it's on the top.
Yeah. It's electric. Yeah, it's past gas.
And
it's
you don't
past
even
fire.
you don't even
it's past
like
smoke.
Boston,
Yeah.
but
It was an electric
it
weekend.
was an electric
a good
weekend.
time.
I got something exciting.
Oh,
Real exciting.
okay.
Got a sponsor.
Finally.
Big sponsor.
Yeah.
Big sponsor. You know what, Jason? Just do the fucking ad read.
All right. This episode is brought to you by Jason's House of Nuts. Come down to Jason's House of Nuts. Vote us biggest nuts in Tennessee 3 years running. Take the tour, and you'll see why. Only $5, and Jason will show you around our warehouse, give you a look at his big nuts. For an extra $10, you can join in on the taste contest and see why everyone loves Jason's Nuts. That's Jason's House of Nuts. It's a great sponsor. Listen, sometimes a company and a media company, they just align so perfectly, and we just found the perfect sponsor.
God, I'm such a. When it comes to copyright, I'm so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote that, and
Yeah,
I
you did.
still think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
boy.
how'd my read go? I mean, my read helped a little bit, right?
I mean, listen. Here's the deal. We're professionals.
We are. If that wasn't a professional read, I don't know what is.
Can you imagine other companies not wanting to get in on
Right.
this? On our
This
reads?
is a cash cow. If you
Moo.
you send us a product, and we will sell the shit out of it.
Oh boy, that's what we do. That's what we do here. And you know who will be selling it? A champion.
Yeah.
One of us is a champion. We're not going to tell you who right now. You're going to have to listen to
Oh.
this show. But one of us is a champion from this weekend, wearing gold medal, bringing the hardware and all that good stuff. Before we get too far into this, I know Jason wrote our predictions down. I did it a little unorthodox style. Like I asked Rachel, who had a best friend named Ross, and I thought that was fitting. And she made my picks for me. So hopefully she really got us. But I want to give a few shout outs.
Okay.
First shout out, Super VIP Johnny Dunham.
Shout out Super VIP Johnny Dunham.
And shout out to his wife. And I hope I don't get this wrong, but her name is Caitlin.
Okay. I believe you.
I don't know if that's true. Hold on. Now I just want to make sure I don't have to beep this out and redo it. And I probably won't beep it out, but Mrs. Dunham, if that's what I should have said. Her name is Mrs. Dunham. Okay, yeah. Married to Caitlin Dunham. I knew I was on it right there. We just had a very nice dinner with about 15 Philly folks at a place called Drift Revere.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was great.
The drinks were good. You didn't have a special drink. You had a
high noon. That is a special drink.
Yeah, but for all of them, they were drinking like white velvets,
old fashions,
lavender, love kisses, or I don't know what they were drinking, but they looked delicious.
Yeah.
And we just had a nice evening, a nice chill evening with our Philly adult, and to kick it all off, like basically the whole table registered for Placid while we were there.
Yeah, like
so
while we were sitting there, the whole table was like, we're going to Placid.
And that's not why I went to dinner with them.
No.
But it's definitely a good perk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I love selling out tournaments, and it's just going there. So shout out to Johnny Dunham being a super VIP. Shout out to Caitlin for being married to a super VIP,
Yep.
and shout out to the rest of the people for being friends with a super VIP.
That's right.
That's a pretty good shout out, right?
Hey, listen, Philly is still trying to push the home of the BLPA
They got to get
agenda.
The,
They're
they
trying
gotta
to get
the team
there.
tourney up.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what it is.
I mean, but they're trying. So
listen,
what
I
I'm saying is
respect the grind.
Columbus, don't slip.
Columbus, you're on notice.
Yeah, don't slip.
And I love Columbus.
We all love Columbus,
Yeah.
but don't slip.
I mean, Johnny Gaudreau went there to win hockey games. How's that going for him? He literally just scored his 11th goal of the season. And listen, I can't talk shit because I'm a Flames fan, and they're not winning many hockey games. But the Flames the Flames as an organization didn't spurn me and go to a whole different country.
Yeah.
To get away from me. So
Right.
Johnny Gaudreau, way to win some hockey games, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Columbus, you're on notice. Don't
You're
slip.
100%. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep. Notice. So, a lot of stuff to unpack
Yeah.
from this weekend. I mean, we did our pre-show, made our predictions.
Yep.
We had Caroline, we had Rachel on the show with us. We had first-time Dexters on there. We've ran the gamut.
Yeah, we have.
And there has to be more stuff to talk about than just. Wait,
Well,
I
listen.
want to talk about this referee. We have to.
Yeah.
So there's a young.
We shout out all the referees
Yeah, they
here
were
in
great.
Boston. We had good referees. I didn't come last year, but 2 years ago, I don't know if you remember, we
Yes.
had great referees
Yep.
there as well.
Yep.
So I don't know if Boston's a breeding ground for fantastic referees, but we had a whole crew of good referees.
All right, this isn't an ad read,
Yeah.
but we use an organization when we come to Boston. It's called Seacoast Hockey Officials,
Okay.
and Jared runs it, and he runs a tight ship, and he gets it done.
Yeah.
And I know they're spreading to a bunch of different cities. I think they're going to Philadelphia, so we'll be using them for the Bash and coming up. And so, yeah, all the ref experiences we've had with Seacoast and Jared are great.
And I think the big thing with these refs is a lot of what we talked about. They joked with us,
Yeah.
which already lightens the game up.
Yep.
You're much less likely to yell at a ref for a call you don't like if you have already built rapport. The ref has already built rapport with you by, joking around and having fun in the beginning, right?
Yes.
So I think that opening that for them is like kind of what leads to just a great weekend of refereeing is,
Yeah.
they're personable.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the one ref, absolute legend.
Yeah, absolute legend.
He's a young dude.
Yeah.
One time he was just skating and he decided, I don't know what he decided, but all I know is we're watching the video of him and he like flipped over the boards.
Yep.
I don't know how he did that.
Me neither.
I'm taking photos and he's over there trying to show me photos of some chicks he slayed
Yeah.
last night. Or
Right.
chick. I don't want to get him in trouble.
Right. It might
and Jared,
single chick.
Jared, if you're listening, Jared, the guy that runs, this guy was a beauty. You
Yeah,
can't-
we
you
love
can't
him.
do it. Yeah, we loved
Yeah.
him. He wasn't doing anything unprofessional.
Yeah.
Just a great dude. Had a great time, but he was just he was out there.
Yeah,
he was out there,
he
and
was-
I loved it.
Yeah, I
I
did
loved
too.
it. So he actually was trying to get me to take pictures for him, and so he'd skate by and he'd try to do like
He did
poses.
some action
He
shots.
tried to do poses, and I'm like, "Bud, just skate. I'll catch you if
Yeah.
I catch you, bud. It's like it is what it is." And so great, just a great time on,
Yeah.
on the official side of things. And
For sure.
when you can get good officials, NHL,
Yeah.
you gotta get some good officials. You know?
Maybe call what's the league name again?
Seacoast. Seacoast
Maybe
Hockey
call the
Officials.
Seacoast Hockey Officials NHL.
And
We're
I
just saying.
guarantee you, these guys would go in front of a camera with the media and be
Answer
asked
some questions,
They
yeah.
would. That's
Yeah.
just the type of people there, and that's the kind of people we want officiating the highest level of the game. Maybe
right.
maybe not the strongest skater, obviously, because he went over the boards, but you don't really need to skate as an official. And then those
Sure.
guys skate so fast. Just
Facts.
if you went 1, 2, you could put 6 officials all around. They just stand at points around the thing, and they don't have to move.
Yeah.
And to be
Perfect.
honest with you, if hockey was like that, where I didn't have to skate, I'd be so fucking good.
Yeah.
I would be.
I
Fucking
said
killer,
that
bud.
this weekend. If all I had to do was shoot,
You'd
like
be
if it's just a shooting contest, I'd be pretty good at this game.
Yeah, you'd be a fucking woo factory. Woo! So, God, Boston's just such a great city. I know you don't like it. Boston roads.
Let's talk about the roads.
Yeah, the roads are something else. I mean, we talked about this the other night, but we did have an incident, and I can't explain it to its fullest. I can't do it justice, so I'm going to let Jason take over for just a second here. So tell him about the incident.
Yeah, so we were pulling into the rink earlier today, and somebody put a big-ass curb right where you pull into the rink, and Nick ran over it, and when he did, I went, oh, shit. And then I said, I feel like I'm riding with my wife right now. I feel like my wife is driving this car. And then we parked for a minute.
Shout out, Kate.
Yeah, shout out, Kate. It was early. We were there a little early, so we were sitting in the car just kind of waiting. and we heard a ding from the car.
We did.
What was that ding?
Just had a little low tire light.
Little low tire pressure.
It was low. And
So I got out to check it. It was the passenger front tire, and I just hear a and hey,
that way
once,
we weren't boiling tea or anything.
yeah,
We just,
once those
snakes.
tires start hissing, you're in trouble.
So I had to miss my first game today because I had to call out national. And they said I couldn't drive over 50 miles an hour when I put on a spare. So I couldn't make it to Boston Logan.
Right.
And so I had to go to the local one, and it closed at like 11 or 11:30. And so I was like, fuck. So I go get it. And
Switch your cars out.
I mean, all was good.
Yeah, shout out National for taking care of you.
I mean, I am an executive elite member. I
Yeah.
don't want to brag.
Not a
but,
big deal.
Executive member, and they called me afterwards. Said, they charge $75 to come put
Yep.
your thing. The guy pulls up in a Yaris to change my tire, by the way, which is wild in itself. And I said, yeah, cool. Listen, I mean, but the roads came out of nowhere. Like, what do you want me to do? Boston roads just suck. Am I right? And they're like, you know what? You're a good customer. We want to keep you completely satisfied, and we're just going to take care of that $75. So it didn't cost me anything other than I didn't get to skate my game. But you know what? It really gave me fresh legs for the last game, which is good. So, So what else do we need to cover before we go into these predictions?
I almost quit Saturday after the first game,
Quit hockey?
the tournament. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I do remember this. Yes.
So after I had the very first game of the day, scored the very first goal, and then scored the very first hat trick of the tournament, and I just wanted to leave on top. I'm leading in goals. I'm gonna leave now. I didn't. I stuck it out for my team.
Big team guy here.
Yeah,
Big
but
team guy.
I put it down game one.
Okay, well, hey, good for you, bud. Good for you. So, as we're going through ball, anything like stick out to you about the Boston tournament and why it was so electric, other than the officials?
Yeah, great group of people in general. Very little people breaking the first rule of Dex's,
Or the second, or the third.
or the third. Yeah, listen, not a whole lot of dicks, both figuratively and literally. We didn't see any cocaine being done. But, I felt like even though we were there all day Saturday, everybody hung out. We all watched the games together. It was a very family feel group for sure. And again, you say this every time we're in a locker room at the end of one of these things. The people at the tournaments make the tournaments, right? We can do everything that we possibly can to make sure we have a good tournament, but you got to have the right people. And I just feel like this tournament had the right people.
I feel like we had the right people for
Yeah.
sure. So, all right, well, let's get into. Why don't you read back what our predictions were?
Okay. So I had Rachel, which was my team, beating Monica in the bronze game.
Okay.
I had Joey beating Chandler in the silver.
Okay.
And I had Phoebe beating Ross in the gold.
Okay. So how we want to do this? You want to get 1 point. You want to get 1 point for if you got the correct game for each team.
Okay.
And then you get 2 points if the correct team won.
Okay.
Okay. So and what did I have?
You had Chandler beating Monica in bronze.
Okay.
You had Rachel beating Joey in silver.
Okay.
And you had Phoebe beating Ross, same as me, in gold.
Okay. So let's go bronze. What was the result?
The result of bronze was Ross
Yep.
beating Joey.
So we got no points for that.
No points.
Fuck. Okay. God, we're so good at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second game, we had Chandler beating Monica.
Did we get any points for that?
I had Chandler losing in the silver.
Okay, so you got a point. Okay.
You did not. You had Rachel and Joey.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm just giving you a point here.
Okay. And then we both had Phoebe beating Ross in gold.
Okay.
Do you want to reveal who won the gold?
Well, let me just tell. Who did you play for?
I played for Rachel.
and I played for Phoebe.
Correct.
So it was a battle of the podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast champion.
It was Rachel versus Phoebe in the gold.
Yellow versus pink.
Yeah.
You can tell him. Wait. Do I want to tell him? Or do you want to tell him?
Why don't you
You want me to tell him?
You tell him.
I'm a champion. Phoebe pulled it out.
So we both had Phoebe as the best team.
So you got 2 points.
And Phoebe
No,
won.
I got 2 points.
I got 3 points.
Yeah.
For-
Actually you got 1 point for being in the right game, and you got 2 points for winning. So it's 4-2.
No, 3-2.
No, 4-3 actually.
Okay, 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 because you
Okay.
got the one.
Yep.
So obviously we're not very good at this.
There's a lot of points on the table, and we left them there.
Well, you got sometimes you leave some points on the table, but it was a good game. You guys beat us. You came out Saturday night, last game, third game out of 3, and you beat us by a goal, right?
Correct.
Beat us by a goal. And to be honest with you, after looking at all the games Saturday, I would have picked Chandler to beat us in the morning, to this morning.
Same.
I would have done that.
I think everyone thought Chandler was going to walk away with gold. They didn't think it was going to be a blowout or anything, but I think everyone thought Chandler was the team to beat.
And we scored the game winner
40 seconds
40
left.
seconds left.
Yep.
So we really, our guys stepped it up. And, we were trailed every game of the tournament except for today against you guys.
Right.
And
now, we scored first.
Oh, you did score first. No, we scored
No,
first.
you scored
We were up
first.
2-0, right?
Yeah.
And so, our team was always battling back for sure. We just had a very solid, we didn't have too many, like you guys had. Your ringer was the best ringer. He was really good. But he didn't, he wasn't a dick about it.
He played the right way for a ringer who knew he was the best player in the tournament to play.
Yeah. And so I want to shout out the guy that makes draft rounds.
Yep.
He's handsome. He's smart. The goal differential, of course, Ross, they struggled a little bit.
But they won their championship. Let's keep that in mind.
They won their championship. So they were actually at a -9 goal differential in 5 games.
Which is not bad. I've seen -9 in single games before.
So, Rachel, you guys were... We beat you by 1, right?
Yeah.
So you guys were a goal differential of +2.
Yep.
We were a goal differential of +3.
Yep.
Was Monica and Chandler a 1-goal game or a 2-goal game?
I believe it was actually a 3-goal game.
Okay, so they were +7 on the weekend, and Monica was a -1. Joey was a -2. So it was all pretty close.
Pretty
games.
close.
Pretty
Yeah.
close games.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the standings. The leading scorer only had 12 points.
Where did I end up in the scoring race?
The last game how many did you have the last game?
Oh, I don't know. At least
You had 1 goal for
one
sure.
goal, 1 assist.
So she had 9 points.
Okay.
5 goals. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. Well, since talking about goals, just go ahead and fucking say it.
I fucking roofed one on a nice little 2-on-1 in the championship game. And who was the D man that was back?
Me.
Oh, it was you.
Now listen, I want to preface this by saying, yes, I am half of the best defensive pairing in Dex history, but the power only comes when we're together.
That's fair.
I don't have the power when the other half is skating in on me. But to be fair, I was on an island.
Yeah, it was just you.
2-on-1.
Solid 2-on-1 with no one else, like a true, legit 2-on-1.
Yeah, all the 4 other players on my team were in
I
probably
think they were on the bench. I think they were changing.
They were just, And so I said, you know what? I don't really know how to play hockey, but I know this much. If we're 2-on-1, goalie takes a shooter and I take the pass.
Correct.
And that's what I did.
And you took the pass.
I took
You were
the pass.
in the way of the pass.
And Jason.
The problem is I was never passing.
Yeah, and I knew that. I actually knew that in my head, but
Yeah.
I was trying to play smart because I was like, okay, he's never passing, but what if he's thinking that I'm thinking that he's never passing, and then he passes?
Yeah.
Then I would look like you have the horns, you know. And he didn't pass, and he made. I mean, it wasn't like the goalie wasn't on his post.
Goalie was.
You just had the perfect shot.
I coin slotted it. It's a
And-
goal in any league, bud.
And then he gave me, woo! And then one of my team, who I guess he came off the bench because he was nowhere to be found during that sequence, skated down to me and said, and I quote, "Just because you're friends and you're on a podcast together doesn't mean you don't have to play against them." And in my head, I was thinking, wow, you listen to the podcast. Thanks.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
But my mouth said, shut the fuck up.
And now he probably doesn't listen to the podcast anymore.
I didn't say shut the fuck up. I said, hey, but 2-on-1, I took the pass. Like,
Yeah.
where were you? He was
Right.
your guy.
Yeah.
I guess you're the center. Where were you?
Yeah.
Like, where were you? Where was my other D guy? I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know where I was.
You were on an island.
I was on an island. But it was a good game. We were up by 3 late.
Yep.
And this is how, I don't know if this is, I don't know if this is bragging on me, on my defensive skills, or, so we're basically done playing at this
It's like
point.
2 minutes left. You're up by 3.
And we're like over.
Yeah.
We don't. So we're just playing lackadaisical bullshit. Just let Mitch do whatever Mitch, and he scores a goal. And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, we're still up 2.
Two goal lead, minute 40 seconds. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it might have been even less than
Yeah,
that.
it might have been like a minute 20.
Because then your blue helmet, the best ringer in the tournament, comes down not on my other D guy that's good.
Yeah, no, he picked you.
Yeah, on me. He comes down and he takes a shot, which does not go in. And usually, if this is the case, like if that was you coming in and you were following up a shot, I would just put a body on you so you couldn't get around me. But he was too fast. I
He's
couldn't.
fast as
I
fuck.
couldn't. He got it and scored. And with 40 seconds, we're down 1. And listen, I'd only been out for like 27 seconds at this point in juncture in time. And as soon as that happened, the other 2D, they pulled me right
They're
off.
like, hey, your ship's over,
Yeah,
bud.
they pulled me right off there. But you know what? We got the dub. So, I mean, listen, Jason, they won the first one. He scored a goal. He won the battles.
Yeah.
But he
I just
didn't win the war. Didn't
Yeah.
win the war. But I did, right? So that's basically that. It was a good weekend.
It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend. And then we had Drift Revere. Great. We did 2 Bench Burger episodes.
Yep.
We have some other ideas for some content. If you want to see it, patreon.com/theblpa, or you can deposit it right into Jason's bank account. That's bank account number 422-786. If that's what you want to do. But yes, I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to say. Jason's
Listen, again, I just want to reiterate, the Philly guys had so much fun at this one. They didn't wait till to leave Boston to sign up for Placid. That's how much fun this tournament was. So, we're just saying, listen, tournaments are selling out. Placid's, how many spots you got left for Placid?
None. I don't know if I can count them on. I think I can count them on this one hand.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to add 2 for the 6, but that's about it.
Listen, the word's getting out. People are having fun. They're signing up. Don't wait. If you're thinking about signing up for one,
Don't wait.
Let's get on
Listen,
it.
and I know there's a lot of tournament places out there, but
Yeah.
I think ours is very special, very unique. The community that we're building around it is great, and it's not. I want to be honest with you. If you're a low-level hockey player, you don't have to be afraid to come out and play.
absolutely not.
If you're a female, you don't have to be afraid
Absolutely
to come
not.
out and play. If you're a defenseman that gives up 2 goals in 27 seconds, you don't have to be afraid. But when it comes to crunch time, no, I'm joking. That really doesn't ever happen. To be honest.
Speaking of the ladies, did we want to mention the shootout in the the bronze game?
Yeah, where their number randomly came up, the number 7s, and
Couple of ladies,
and they were very apprehensive.
yeah, that neither one of them seemed like they wanted
Yeah.
to take the shootout.
And both of them just fucking
Sniped.
jacked it right in. and
Just
it wasn't-
sniped the goalies.
yeah, it was pretty insane.
yeah,
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what level of hockey you are, you can come out and play.
yeah.
You
It's
know?
a great time.
I'm probably not gonna play all 5 games. Apparently, that my team literally took over/under bets of how much I was gonna play, and the over/under was 1.5 games.
Hey, well, congrats for beating the over. Bro.
I beat it
Yeah.
for sure, and basically, and it wasn't even like I didn't even have to play the whole game. There's like you have to have at least a 10-second shift in a period to consider it 1/3 of a game, and people still took the under.
yeah.
And I think there was one person took the under, and I asked him how much money he was going to split with me, because I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a gambler.
Yeah. Are you? Are you a gambler?
All right, listen. Jason has been on me. I mean, obviously, you guys know my prowess. It's great about slots and
Yeah.
roulette. I'm good at it. I'm just damn good at it. And right now, I'm due at
You're
it.
due.
I'm due for sure. And he said, let's get craps is really fun. Let's go do some craps. And he's been on me all weekend. And we wanted to last night, but we were too tired.
Way too tired.
We wanted to tonight, but I'm a working man, and I got to do this podcast for the brand. Yeah, it's 10:41. You literally have to be at the airport in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 3
insane.
hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's
and then
insane.
Go to the airport. Nice little nap.
And so I just, we want to. We're gonna make it happen. Same with tattoos. We want to. We're gonna make them happen, but we're busy people.
Yeah.
That's why we got to get these ad reads going. Do you want to read our sponsor ad again, just so we
One
make
more
sure?
time?
Yeah, I mean,
All
we
right.
might as well let people know.
All right, listen. This episode, which is a damn good episode, is brought to you by Jason's House of Nuts. Come on down to Jason's House of Nuts, voted biggest nuts in Tennessee 3 years running. Take the tour, and you'll see why. Only $5, and Jason will show you around our warehouse and give you a look at his big nuts. For an extra $10, you can join in on a taste contest and see why everyone loves Jason's Nuts. That's Jason's House of Nuts.
Use code MeatyClackers
For 10% off.
All right. Well, I think
We should probably wrap it
that's
there.
pretty good for a wrap up. We're gonna have another episode probably Tuesday ish. We'll go live on Facebook during the day. Black lung pop. But hey, come play with us.
Yeah.
We just want to have fun.
Yeah,
Shout out Johnny Dunham, Super VIP.
Yep.
I don't know how you get to be Super VIP, but he's there.
he's there.
And no
He's
one else
figured
has.
it out.
He has figured it out, and I just love the guy.
Yeah.
I want to be frank. I love Johnny Dunham. I'm glad he's around. He says he did 7 last year. He's only gonna do 3 or 4, which is fake. He's gonna do 7. Negative shout out to his buddy.
Which one?
I don't even want to say his name. That's,
Okay.
that's how much
That's
respect. That's how much I respect.
Because he was the only one that didn't sign up?
No, that's how much respect I'm taking off of this guy's name with the negative shout out. Because that whole group was going to Japan.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single goddamn one of them. And then old boy said, I'm going to get married.
Yeah.
And so I'm not happy with him. So negative shout out. Hey, listen, a pox on all of your houses. That's what happens when you don't come to Japan. When you ruin my dreams, my hopes and dreams of getting Johnny Dunham Super VIP to Japan. But nonetheless, I think that's about it. You got anything you want to add?
No.
Tell
Great
them
weekend.
where they can find us.
At the BLPA on all social medias. Again, you can find Nick at Nicker Jones on Twitter, the Nicker Jones on Instagram, and I'm on the tweets at Beer League Jason. Come find us. Talk to us. Come play with us. Do all those things.
Hey, wait a second. I do have one more question.
Oh, okay.
Music in the locker room.
Okay.
I know we're all for it.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure. I'm for music on the bench, by the way, too.
100%. But what I'm curious about is what your music is, because I was in some locker rooms and I would just be like, no, I don't want to.
It was some screamo stuff that you heard that you didn't like, huh?
Yeah, I don't like the screamos.
I'm okay with the screamo stuff. I prefer either 90s hits
Yep.
or 2000s R&B.
What about boy
or
bands?
rap?
I'm boy band, big boy band.
Boy band's cool too. Like, it should be something that's kind of universally,
Loved,
yeah.
because tonight at the restaurant,
Oh,
The-
the playlist was on. No, it was electric.
it was better than On Fire.
Yeah.
Like it banger after banger after banger. And here's the deal: boy is mine, the boy is mine, the boy is. It played that one, but I even said something about it. Like,
Yeah.
and she, it's my hostess. You go see him, and I went, and the hostess, I'm like, how old are you? She's like, 17. I'm like, how do you know about these hits?
Right.
How do you know? And she's like, I just looked up 90s, and I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah, she was
that's all you
reaching
gotta-
back. We appreciate her.
That's all you gotta do. Yeah, maybe a little rap sometimes.
Yeah, like 2000 rap is also good.
Yeah.
Like the 2000s was a good decade for
The golden
for
era
rap.
of music for sure.
for sure.
Well, 70s actually is the golden era. But so I just the screamo I'm not into.
Not for you.
I've got a very sophisticated ear.
Yeah.
I really get in touch with the music and the screamo. It's just like people that say they don't like Justin Bieber, but they got to recognize his talent, and they try to tell me they don't. I recognize the talent that it takes to do that. It's just not very
It's
pleasing.
just not for you.
It's just not very pleasing to my ears,
Yeah.
my aura, my soul,
Yeah.
and So, but okay, this begs a question. You know that I don't like it,
Yeah.
but you like it.
Right.
How do you decide what goes on?
Well, I probably wouldn't play, even though I like some Screamo, I wouldn't play it in a locker room because I know it's not for everybody. Again, that's why I would come in with something like boy bands or...
But some people don't like that. They really
Right,
just like boy
I
bands.
get it, but...
But it's more general plea, like elevator music,
Correct,
right? Because I'm
right.
not hearing Screamo on the elevators.
No.
For sure I'm not.
Yeah.
So...
I would just go with what I try to make playlists that I think what the majority of people will like rather than the minority.
Yeah.
And I think Screamo's probably in the minority.
Yeah.
But so is like I wouldn't play Elvis, I don't think, in a locker room. I think that would be minority.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Elvis is like generally like all shook up. Like people know like
They
that.
know it, but I don't know if they want to listen to it before playing hockey.
That's unless we're doing like a Vegas Elvis theme.
And I also wouldn't do like hardcore rap, like super, like it's got to be like poppy rap, like the stuff that you hear on the radio.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like ha 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 ha. Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me, the B.I.G. It wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be
Right.
like what's beef.
Right.
Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. That's
Yeah, probably not that.
Beef is when your mom ain't safe up in the street. Beef is when you... Okay, yeah. What's beef? That's from the Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death double album. Notorious Thugs on that too. When I get high, which I don't do anymore, but when I smoked weed a little bit, somehow I knew all the lyrics to that song.
That's a great song.
Even the Bone Thugs part, which
Yeah.
is hard, but
Yeah.
I knew it. So,
Bone Thugs and Big on a track is solid though.
you know, Bone Thugs and Tupac was also solid when
Yeah.
they did the one with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we can
Shout out Bone Thugs.
shout out Bone Thugs, shout out Tupac, shout out Biggie,
R.I.P.
shout out Super VIP John
John
Denham.
Denham.
Yeah, and he did rap karaoke.
He did.
Yeah,
We saw a video of it.
yeah, and
It was
great.
Eminem.
Yeah,
Ah,
which one? I don't remember what song. it
go
was.
crazy. Ah.
Oh yeah. Okay, we could ramble all night, but I am tired.
Yeah, and I got to get up in like 2.5 hours.
I just gotta go edit this podcast. By edit, it means look at it and say, that sounds good. Like, tapping it on the butt like a truck. That baby's gonna hold. That's basically what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So, other than that, anything to add before we go?
No,
Don't you want to tell me congratulations?
not really.
But I'm a one. It's not. I mean, to the victor goes the spoils, and the spoils is you need to call me Big Pappy Nick with the gold medal.
I'm not gonna do all that, but yeah, congrats.
Thanks,
nice
buddy.
job.
I want to tell you that goal you scored is beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to say, no, I'm not going to shit on Mitch for blowing the tournament for you guys. I'm not going to.
That backdoor pass was solid.
That backdoor pass was solid.
Yeah.
I want to say there was a couple passes where I was like, oh, just never with the fucking applesauce, bud.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's basically a show.
Yeah.
Wrap up show. See you on Tuesday. Hey, patreon.com/thebOPA, onlyfans.com/thebOPA, or VIP us. You can
Yeah.
be a super VIP one day.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, be good or be good at it.